Parang stress ka na talagang parati masakit yung ulo mo, tapos masakit yung shoulders.
Pag natulog na tayo, that's when our energy is refreshed and we're preparing for the next day as well.
You have to learn what are the food items that you need to eat and also the amount of food that needs to be taken.
Since the COVID-19 pandemic, many of us have become more mindful of our health and wellness. Purposefully incorporating healthy habits in our day-to-day have helped in dealing with the many stressors that we all face. Caring for our physical, mental, and spiritual health can help us be in the best shape and in turn, become the best versions of ourselves. I'm Dr. Freddy Gomez. Join us as we learn practical and effective tips in leading a holistic and healthier lifestyle. Welcome to MedTalk Health Talk. We all know how sleep plays a significant role in our health and our well-being. But you not only have to have sleep, but you have to have good quality sleep. With us is Dr. Michael Alexios Sarte, ENT head and neck surgeon, sleep specialist, and director of the Center for Sleep Medicine at the Medical City. Now, let's start off first and talk about sleep muna. Why is sleep so vital for all of us?
It's very important, Dr. Freddy, especially for our thinking, our memory, no? It helps us with energy conservation. So when we use our energy during the day, pag natulog na tayo, that's when our energy is refreshed and we're preparing for the next day as well.
Now, before we talk about the quality versus quantity of sleep, let's first talk about, because sleep has actually many stages. Talk to us about the stages of sleep.
In general, there are two main stages, yung non-REM tsaka yung REM, no? 75% non-REM.
Rapid eye movement.
Yes, yung non-rapid eye movement, that's 75%. Yung REM, rapid eye movement, yan yung dream sleep, no? Pero yung deep sleep is in non-REM.
So what stage, because this plays a part in yung mga mababaw matulog, malalim matulog, which stage here is good for us, for our health?
What's very important is the stage 3, kasi yung non-REM, nakahati pa yun sa tatlo, Doc Freddy eh. N1, N2, and then N3. Yung N3, yun yung deep sleep. We need that talaga.
So that's what we want to achieve, that level of sleep at the deep level, deep sleep. So let's talk about that. Let's differentiate the quantity of sleep. We sleep 8 hours a day versus the quality of sleep. Talk to us about that.
Maraming beses kasi we don't achieve 7 to 8 hours of sleep. But you're right, dapat 7 to 8 hours of sleep. However, if it's not deep and you don't go to the deep sleep, it will not be enough. Kasi yung quality, dapat meron kang combination of shallow and deep eh. Shallow and deep, mga 4 to 5 cycles. So, when we sleep, we should always think about not only yung number of hours, but also malalim at mahimbing na tulog.
The problem here, Doc Mike, is a lot of people, despite, setting aside the time for sleep and things like that, hindi nila na-attain yung deep level of sleep. What are some factors do you think that could attribute to this?
Alam mo, stress is number one because of our responsibilities, no? Sa trabaho, sa school, sa family, no? So these are things that we have to, as much as possible, balance so that it does not affect our both quantity and quality of sleep.
A lot of people may be familiar with this, but don't really understand the significance of this, and that is snoring. Maybe they themselves snore, maybe their partner snores. What can snoring tell about the quality of sleep that a person has?
The louder the snore, Doc Freddy, the higher the chance that it can affect our quality of sleep. So yun yung aspect, no? Kapag snoring kasi, usually nga matagal ang tulog eh, but unfortunately, as you mentioned, the quality is affected more than the quantity. Kasi yun yung pwede ka na magkaroon yung condition called obstructive sleep apnea or masamang hilik.
Can obstructive sleep apnea lead to any serious health problems down the road?
It can. Actually, it can cause hypertension. It can cause problems related to memory. It can cause also, in the long run, yung diabetes, no? So, oo, it's something that we have to address.
Now, Doc Mike, there's also something that we hear which is really popular nowadays, and that is proper sleep hygiene. Talk to us about that.
Proper sleep hygiene is what we can do during the day para ma-prepare tayo to sleep at night. Alam mo, very simple, no? We have to be active during the daytime. Kasi nga, during the daytime, yan yung melatonin natin natutulog eh. Pero pag madilim na sa gabi, lalabas na yung melatonin natin. So, during the daytime, exercise. Not too much coffee. Of course, as much as possible, if you can have some meditation, that can help, no? Stay away also from mga stimulants. I mentioned coffee, of course, alcohol, those stuff, no? And then, of course, what you can do sa gabi, your bedroom, tahimik, madilim, and cool. Dapat malamig. Mahirap matulog ng mahimbing kapag mainit ang panahon.
Aside from that, could you give us some further tips in order for our viewers to be able to set up their sleeping area properly para makuha nila yung deep level of sleep na yun for a healthier and happier life? Could you give us some more tips?
Yeah, we have to always remember that before we go to sleep, ipe-prepare natin, aside from our environment, tayo mismo, yung mga gadgets, medyo tanggal na yon, wala masyadong bright, so that the melatonin nga will come out, no, in our system, para makatulog tayo, yun yung sleep hormone eh. And of course, stay away na from mga sobrang loud music, mga pinapanood natin sa TV na medyo violent. No, we have to prepare ourselves to go to sleep. We have to set the mood and the environment para makatulog tayo na mahimbing.
Is it normal, Doc Mike, for someone to sleep 8 hours, the complete 8 hours, but wake up still feeling tired?
Yun ang problema, Doc Freddy. But that's quite common, especially sa snoring, sa sleep apnea. Why you achieve the duration, yung quantity, pero yung lalim, yung quality, hindi natin nakukuha. Unfortunately, that's quite common.
So if you have any trouble with your sleep or find that even after 8 hours of sleep, pagod pa rin kayo, talk to a sleep specialist, talk to a sleep doctor to find out what they could do to manage your sleep. Before I let you go, Doc Mike, do you have any tips, advice for our viewers?
Let's always remember that sleep can be as important as eating, no? As our nutrition. Let's keep that in mind because we spend a third of our lives sleeping. So as much as possible, let's grab that advantage so that we'll be healthier, also live longer, and be happier as when we wake up.
Very good advice. And thank you once again, Doc Mike, for making the time, joining us, and sharing your expertise with our viewers.
Pleasure, Doc Freddy.
So aside from quality sleep, you have to know a thing or two about mindfulness. That's what we'll be talking about next when MedTalk Health Talk returns. With so many challenges in life, it's often hard not to feel overwhelmed and anxious. Now, mindfulness is a practice in focusing on the present, and it's vital in order for one to keep the stress and anxiety at bay. Now, to help us learn more about this, we have with us today Kimi Lu, who is a pioneer Filipina life coach for heart-centered leaders. We're very eager to learn from your tips on how to be better in life, especially stress. Unahin muna natin yon. Stress, lahat ng tao halos merong stress, I'm pretty sure. Stress can actually be a positive thing in life. It makes people move forward. It betters themselves. But tell us, Kimi Lu, paano natin malalaman na ang stress ay nagiging negatibo na sa buhay ng isang tao?
Nako, ito ang signs, 'di ba? Yung hindi ka na makatulog. Tapos paminsan nakikita na sa katawan, yung nagkaka-rash ka na or parang skin, mga eczema, ganyan. Also, kunyari, iiyak ka na lang nang basta-basta, hindi mo na alam, bakit ako umiiyak? Yung ganyan. So parang stress ka na talagang parati masakit yung ulo mo, tapos masakit yung shoulders, ganyan. So nakikita mo na sa katawan mo, lumalabas na siya. Yun. So yun ang mga signs, clear signs.
So, ang magandang pag-usapan na rin dyan is maraming actually research ang nagsasabi that mindfulness can actually make a big impact in reducing those symptoms of stress, the negative impact ng stress. Talk to us about mindfulness, Kimmy Lou, para dun sa mga viewers natin who have heard it but are not familiar with it. Talk to us about it. What is it?
We are in the present moment, right? Kasi pag nasa present ka, hindi ka nag-worry dun sa nakaraan, tapos hindi ka rin anxious sa future. So you are just here right now, acknowledging things. So the thing is, hindi kailangan parang positive or beautiful yung ma-observe mo. Kahit negative thing, okay lang. Pero ang difference lang ng mindfulness sa, parang extreme positivity, mindfulness just allows you to be aware. You're just aware of your surroundings. When that happens also, you are parang medyo emotionless ka. Hindi ka masyadong attached dun sa feeling, dun sa kunyari negative siya. Parang in-observe mo lang.
Bakit napakahirap gawin para ma-detach tayo sa stress?
First of all, nakakalimutan. Tapos syempre, we are human beings, we love feeling. 'Di ba? So, kunyari sad tayo, makikinig pa tayo sa sad music. Yung talagang itotodo natin yung feelings natin, 'di ba? Yung mindfulness, parang it creates balance in our lives. So, 'di ba, sinasabi nila, balance is key. So, yun yung help nung tool na ito, yung mindfulness.
Now, another thing, Kimmy Lou, is a lot of our viewers, I'm sure, mahirap i-separate yung work and rest, work and life balance nila. Minsan, kahit nasa bahay na nila, ang utak pa rin nila nasa trabaho. Kumaga, nagbi-build up lang yung stress. What are some tips para maiwasan yun? Yung ma-separate ng tao ang work at ang pahinga?
Meron akong parang naiisip ko, meron akong dalawang answers eh. Yung una kong answer, parang siguro hindi nila ma-separate kasi they love their job so much. Ako yan. Guilty. Like, guilty as charged. Parang kahit yung midnight na, nag-iisip pa rin ako, paano ako ba mapapabuti yung mga buhay na mga tao na pinagsisilbihan ko. Pero yung isa naman, yung baka takot kasi, ay nako, baka hindi masweldohan yung ganyan kung hindi nila magawa yung job nila, 'di ba? So how do you separate that? Sasabihin ko siguro set boundaries. Ano ba yung boundaries? Siguro set an alarm, ganyan. Make sure that you communicate well na kunyari, I am at home now, I will be spending time with my family, so I will reply to you tomorrow. Yung ganon. Parang communication lang naman yun eh.
Since maganda yan that you mentioned about family, Kimmy Lou, ngayon summertime, this is the time for vacations, but a lot of people are stressed kapag vacation time. Nasa stress sila. How can mindfulness help them? Pag sa ganitong situation, magbabakasyon na tayo, dun pa sila tumataas yung stress level nila.
Baka sa gastos kasi, ayan, 'di ba? Although, 'di ba, that's why nga you're taking a vacation to rest your mind. So sometimes when we're on a vacation, hindi pa rin natin ginagawa yung mindfulness. We're not breathing slowly, slowing down siya yung mindfulness. So hopefully, yung mga tao na magta-try, maging mindful, meron kaming programa ngayon sa team namin, tinatawag namin siyang Magic in the Mundane. Ibig sabihin, to be able to see yung magic sa pang-araw-araw na pangyayari. Hindi nga tayo kailangan magbakasyon talaga eh. Sa araw na ito, pwedeng nakabakasyon na tayo dahil nakikita natin ang kagandahan.
Very nice tips. Now, we really learned a lot on how we could manage our stress. You introduced us into mindfulness. Talk to our viewers some more tips, some more advice to cap this segment off.
Number one for me, kasi I pray. So I think prayer is really nice. Quiet time, okay, it's important. Number two will be intention, setting an intention for your day. So paano ba yun? Iisipin mo pagising mo sa umaga, ano bang gusto ko mangyari ngayong araw na to? Gusto ko maging kalmado lang. So sasabihin mo, I am calm. Okay? So buong araw magiging kalmado ka. Third, yung paborito ko ay gratitude. The attitude of gratitude, even if it's not there yet. Yung grateful for the future already. Yun. So gratitude is really a magnet for miracles as well. So I absolutely believe in gratitude. So yan ang mga tools and techniques na ginagawa ko personally na sinishare ko rin na sana lahat ng viewers natin ngayon ay magawa rin nila.
Yun ang gusto natin. So hopefully those tips will encourage our viewers to be more mindful with them. So thank you so much, Life Coach Kimilu, for joining us here on Med Talk Health Talk and sharing your tips with our viewers.
Thank you so much.
Now, aside from being mindful, a thing to be wary about is mindful eating. So that's what we'll be talking about next when Med Talk Health Talk returns. Healthy eating is all about feeling good about what you consume and getting the enough energy and nutrients that can really get you through that day. Now, to tell us more about this with me today is Samantha Morales, who is a licensed nutritionist dietitian, and you can find her under Dietitian Samantha. Now, Sam, we all know that eating nutritious foods is good for all of us. But is it a one-size-fits-all, especially when it comes to the nutritional needs of people?
Definitely not, because we have different life stages. So there may be, if you're a kid, you have a different nutritional requirement from a pregnant woman or maybe a breastfeeding woman. You have to learn what are the food items that you need to eat and also the amount of food that needs to be taken. So in that case, you have to seek for a nutrition advice from a nutritionist dietitian.
With so many diets nowadays, so many fad diets coming in and out, I want to talk specifically about intermittent fasting. What can you tell us about this? Is this good for us to do?
So basically, let me just define first intermittent fasting. It's an eating pattern cycling between periods of eating and fasting. So it's not everyone is recommended to do intermittent fasting, but there are studies suggesting that it may work at a cellular level. It can also protect the cells from oxidative damage. So yeah, and there are other benefits of intermittent fasting, such as it can enhance heart and brain health. It also promotes your ideal body weight, and also it helps reduce chronic inflammation. But then again, it's not for everyone, especially those with diabetes, those who are pregnant, lactating women, those who have thyroid issues, and also with gallstone problems, those who have history of eating disorders.
For the longest time, actually, it was fat and cholesterol that was the enemy. Nowadays, though, there's a lot of research, there's a lot of buzz going around how high blood sugar now is something that people should look out for in what they eat so as not to increase their blood sugar or spikes in their blood sugar at that. Could you talk to us more about this? Is this something that our viewers should be wary about?
Definitely. So if you wanted to control your blood sugar, you have to have a well-balanced diet. My number one tip would be to eat real food. To eat real food, eat food closest to its original state. And of course, get more fiber coming from plants, specifically fruits and vegetables. But fruits, they have to be taken in moderation as well because of the fructose or the fruit sugar. So if you eat too much of that, that can also increase your blood sugar levels. And of course, one of the things that can affect also your blood sugar would be lack of sleep. So you have to have quality sleep and also manage your stress.
All of us want to eat well in order to live longer. That's the whole point of it, to have that energy that we have. So what type of food should our viewers look out for? In short, what does Sam eat? What does a nutritionist dietitian eat in their diet to give our viewers an idea of what healthy eating is really about?
You know, if it's possible to actually grow your own food, better. Because, you know, when you grow your food from your backyard maybe, okay, you get to have a lot of nutrients and antioxidants. Because imagine if you always buy from the market, that was transported for how many hours, diba? Definitely the nutrients will get depleted. So for me, I try to eat more of plants. I still eat animal proteins, but definitely it should be a balanced diet, okay? So you have to have different kinds of carbohydrates, starchy and non-starchy ones. Starchy would be coming from your rice, your bread, your pasta, potato maybe. Non-starchy ones, such as vegetables, they actually provide you with prebiotics, fiber, nutrients, such as vitamins and minerals as well. And protein, so you have animal-based and plant-based protein, grass-fed eggs, you have poultry, seafood. Those are your examples of nutrients that can support detoxification and also promote longevity.
We definitely learned a lot of things about you in this segment, Sam. But before we go, do you have any advice or tips for our viewers, especially those who want to make that commitment, take that big step into having a more nutritional lifestyle? And where can they reach you?
They can reach me through my social media accounts, Instagram and Facebook. It's at Dietitian Samantha. So my tip is, of course, you have to make a commitment to a lifestyle change, because I believe that everyone deserves quality of life. When you make that lifestyle change, it definitely affects how you feel inside, how you look, and also how you relate, and even how you behave.
And at the end, that's what we want for everyone here. So thank you so much, Samantha Morales, licensed nutritionist and dietitian, for joining us here today on Med Talk Health Talk. Let's fuel our body with the right food. Make sure to have good quality of sleep and practice mindfulness for a healthier and happier versions of ourselves. I'm Dr. Freddy Gomez, and thank you for joining us here on Med Talk Health Talk.